to my channel, and in today's video I'll be teaching you some simple Python codes. So let's go to our desktop. So we're on our desktop screen, and I'm going to be teaching you 3 different ways of compiling Python codes. So number 1 is programming. Number 2 is Google Colab, and number 3 is by installing a software. 3 of them are gonna work. All 3 of them are gonna work, and the first 2 are done in a website. So for programmers you can use it on mobile as well. You don't need any external software for using programmers or Google Colab. You just need browser and internet for programmers. So, but I'll be teaching you how to download a Python software. So first of all, I'll be teaching programmers. So go to your browser and type in programmers Python compiler and hit enter. It must be the first link that comes. Just click it. It will give you an interface like this. First of all, this is how it comes to look. I've changed it to the dark mode, but this is how it looks when you use it for the first time as of now. And there is some ads that appear here, but you can hide it by clicking this button. And we have 4 different languages that this website can compile: Python, C, and C++ and Java. Python, C, C++, Java. So for this tutorial we'll be using Python. And for getting Google Colab, you have to go to your search box and type in Google Colab and hit enter. It must be the first link as well. So it's gonna give you an interface like this if you have signed in, and it's free, and it just costs you a Google account, which is also free. So just create a Google account, and then you can create a notebook. Or if you have a notebook already, you can just open that notebook, and there will be codes that are, and there are in there we can type in the codes and we'll get the result there itself. And we can even give notes in the Google Colab. And I'm not gonna be using Google Colab for this video. I'm gonna be using programmers for this video, but as I already told you, I'm gonna teach you how to download the Python software as well. Python compiler download. Just type in that and hit enter. And that will be a website, www.python.org, and that must appear first when searched on Google. And you can hit this button, download Python, and it will start the download, but I don't need it, I'm cancelling it. And then you can just download it like you download other softwares, but I'm just closing that and the Colab, as I'm gonna be using this. I'm gonna be using it in the dark mode as I like it, but sometimes I may change it to the light mode. I'm filling the screen to hide the ads and all other things other than what I need. And then I'm gonna be filling the screen. I'm gonna cancel that thing as I don't need it. And then, so here are 2 comments, this line and this line, and then there is an example code that has been given. So I'm gonna be showing you running it, and then I'm gonna be explaining it to you. So hello. So that's easy. I'll explain it. So I'll start from comments. So Comments are given after a hashtag sign. It is made for the user to get a better understanding, to easily understand the code. So that's comment. So it should be tabbed after a hashtag. We gave the hashtag to make the compiler understand that it's comment. So it gives us a knowledge about the program sometimes. So here it has given online Python compiler bracket interpreter bracket Course-1 Python online full stop hashtag write Python 3 code in this online editor and run it. So this gives us an information about this website. I'm gonna remove it. It's not gonna make any change, and then I'm gonna run it. So it has not made any change. So print. So I'm gonna be explaining about the term, the command print in Python. What does it mean? What is its use? What all does it do? I'm gonna be explaining it. So print, not all things, but basic. I'm gonna be giving a basic idea on print. So print just prints the thing in the shell. Prints the thing that we print just shows the thing that we give under the bracket, under the double quotes as such in the shell. So for example, if you remove this double quotes from the bracket, it's gonna show some kind of error. So but I'm gonna hit enter and what? It showed an error. So that's because to print something as such in Python, after in the print command, you have to give the double quotes also in the bracket. So there are some circumstances under which we have to give it without the double quotes, but for things like this, we don't need. We have to put the double quotes. For example, I'm gonna change this whole sentence. Oh guys, welcome to my channel. Let's hit run. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So that was easy, but let's go to a little bit more difficult one. I'm gonna remove this thing from here, backspace, and I'm gonna just cut that thing. So now 3 plus 7, 7. We know that it's 10, but it's for an example. Let's take an easy one for the example. It's not going to show anything. It adds 3 plus 7. We just gave the code to add 3 plus 7, but we didn't give it the code to show 3 plus 7's result in the shell. That's easy. Just type in print. Okay, I took that for this purpose. Now we're gonna copy that, cut that actually, and then paste that there. But this is not gonna give us the result as 10 itself. It's just gonna give it as such, as we gave it under the double quotes. We have to remove the double quotes from the print bracket in order to get 10 as that's the correct answer. It not only adds the two numbers, it also divides, multiplies, and subtract subtracts this as well. So this is a calculator in the basic level. In this calculator, we can give the two numbers in the main pile. That's where we give the input, and we get the result in the shell. That's where we get the output. So in main pile we type in the input, and in shell we get the result. So okay, that's easy, but it's like we have to type all the codes every time we do it. So we don't want that. We want something that it's a little more easier, uh, like in which we can give the numbers in the shell and the operators also in the shell. Operator means plus, minus, multiplication, division, all that in the shell itself. The shell is where the output appears. We want something which asks us for the first number, second number, and operator. So we're going to be doing that in this video. But first of all, we're going to start from basic level. It asks us the numbers, and it only adds it for the first time. And then it asks us two numbers, and it's going to ask us the operator as well. And when we give the operator, it's going to do accordingly. So for that, let's just get rid of this thing. And first of all, you're going to type in A equal to input double quotes inside the bracket, and num1 issue space. We give the space so that when we type the number, it's easier for the compiler. It increases the readability. So we're just gonna copy that, and then we're gonna hit enter, and we're gonna paste that, and then we're gonna change the num1 to num2, and we're gonna change A to B. So this basically asks us for the number. So I'm just gonna show this while running this, but it's not gonna do anything. It just asks us, and we can enter the input. So enter num1 1, and then num2 9. It's not gonna do anything else other than just asking us. So we have to give the rest of the commands. So C equal to int bracket open A plus int bracket B. So what this is going to do is it's going to add it, but it's not going to show the result. Just think why it's not going to show the result, and just wait and see if you got it correct. Okay, I guess you thought it. So hit enter and just type in print C. Now it's gonna do it. So did you get it correct? Let me know in the comment section below. So it's just showing that it's 17, but we need something more, like the sum of num1 and num2 is 17. So to do that, just open a quotes, the sum of num1 and num2 is to space comma space double quotes close comma C. Then it's gonna ask, okay, 8 plus 8, let's give it, and it gives it as 16. And then let's just copy. Oh, just got it. Maybe got it. Just clear this thing. So we're gonna go into a little more complex calculator, which asks us the number and the operator. So it's gonna be a little more complex than this. But before that, let me make you understand what this code actually means. So A equal to input. So A equal to input means A is just a variable. It can vary. So that's all that what variable means. So just a variable is A is just a variable. So A equal to input and then what? Okay. So input means that we can give the input. That's why it's A equal to input and then 1. So it asks us to give the input. So B is it's the same as A, and C equals int A plus int B bracket. So int means integer and bracket A means that A is inside the integer. So A is in the end. A is an integer and the brackets are given in order to, for the compiler to understand that A, the integer, is A itself. So it falls under, the bracket falls under the int. So that's all you need to know. And for example, if we just, okay, let's cut that again. If we just type in print A, it's going to show an error. We need to type print bracket A and in double quotes if needed. That's what we need to do, and it's gonna just show that. So let's go back to that code. That's what sometimes we gotta, sometimes we gotta cut that. So then so that makes it, the compiler understand that it's an integer. So now print the sum of num1 and num2 is double quotes close, comma C. So print the sum, double quotes, the sum num1 plus and num2 is C, is to space. That's till that point it's clear, but there might arise a doubt how that works after the comma. So till here we have done this so that the compiler can understand that till this point it has to print as such, and after the comma, and for C it has to give the variable C that has already been defined. So if we just remove this thing, then C is not defined anymore, and see what happens. 4 is 7. It shows an error as C is not defined. C is not defined. So we need to define C in order for it to show it. Now as you can see, 6, 4 is not showing the error anymore. And let me tell you something else. If you don't give this int, then it's gonna show something like 2 plus 3. It's gonna show it as 23. So as it doesn't know, I pressed some other key, I think. It doesn't know that it's an integer anymore. Thus it shows it as 23. It doesn't know that it's an integer or not. So let's try giving only one as the integer. So see what's gonna happen. It's gonna show an error. So we have to give int for both of them, both of the numbers, to make it understand that it's an integer. So that's all about this code. I'm gonna cut all that. We might need it for the next code. So I've typed in the code here, as you can see, and now I'm gonna be showing you running it. Okay, let's run it. Okay, and then I'm 1, 4, 6. Let's give it as addition. Thank you. 4, 5 minus subtraction. Okay, that's correct. Let's give it as 5. Sorry, I hit something by accident, I think. 3, nothing else. Okay, multiplication. So this asterisk is a symbol for multiplication, yeah, in Python. So and 3 to 5, that's correct. Let's run it with division. Let's give 20 divided by 10. 10 divided by 20. Okay, division. Okay, that's correct. So let's get into the code. I'll give you a little bit understanding. I'll try to give you a little bit more understanding on the code. So a equal to input and num1 input. So we saw that in the previous code as well. Input. It asks us to input the code in the shell. So b equal to input. That's similar. That's same. And C equal to string input and a num1 and an operator. String. So we gave A and B as integers right here. So that's because the variables A and B were given the type of integers as 5, 4, 3. They're all integers. So that's why we gave them that's why we made them integers. But as a string, so plus minus, multiplication symbol, division symbol, all those falls under the string. That's why we gave it as string. So and then input. So we want to input and add a num1 and an operator. So that's easy. Now if it's like we talk English, so if this happens, that's gonna happen. If that happens, this is gonna happen. That's what this explains. That's what this is defined as. So if just gives us a condition, it gives the compiler a condition. If C equal to quotes plus. Okay, so if C is equal to, so we have to give double equal to's at that place. And if we give equal to single quotes plus, then what should happen? That's what we're gonna go give after this is to symbol. So for example, let me show you. If it should not fall, it should come like this. It should fall under the F, and for that it should be like this. After leaving some space, then it's gonna reach here. So to do that, just after reach you symbol, just hit and enter. That's gonna fit things into correct places automatically. So and print the result is then comma, and int a plus int b is int b. That's what it did here in the case of division, of course, and that's same for all the other things as well. It has done the same here, here, and all. So that was how the if works. That's how the if works. So what else? Yeah. So we can remove this int from here if we want, but it's gonna make a change of in the program. It might make some problems. It might not work like how we wanted it to work, but we're not just gonna do that. We're gonna add this int, but not here. We're not gonna give int here. Instead, like we gave string here, we're gonna add int also like that. Int, bracket open, and don't forget to close that bracket as well. And int, bracket open, don't forget to close that bracket as well. So now if we run, we're gonna get it same. It's gonna be absolutely same. It's not gonna make a change if we put in there or here. It does not make a change at all. It just need to know whether it is an integer or not. So where will we give it? As long as it's explained, the Python compiler can understand it. So that's all for this video. Till we meet in the next video. Goodbye.